Hi, this is Dave from Airpark Living. Today I've got a project. I've got a Cherokee 140, a PA 28 140. Had a exhaust that's got a little malfunction. I'm gonna change it out today, so I've got a video that's gonna show that process. At the end of the video, I'm really gonna point out it's the muffler, had a hole in it. So we were getting some exhaust fumes in the cockpit at the end of the video. I'm gonna show you exactly how that system works and explain it to you and let you know exactly why it's imperative that you pay attention to having a sensor in the cockpit to show when you have any carbon monoxide. Anyway, go ahead and like my channel, follow me. We're going to have a lot of exciting things on Airpark Living in the future. Going to do flight reviews, going to see a lot of different projects. So like the page, subscribe, stay tuned, and got a lot to come. But right now we'll get with this Cherokee project and get this muffler exchanged. Let's see. Got the Fighting Cherokee behind me. Doing a mag check the other day. Had a little bit of a backfire because we switched the switch all the way to the off position by accident. And as you can see, it not only blew out the muffler, but it blew out the shroud for the heat muff, which goes straight into the cockpit of the airplane. That's one of the reasons you always want to have a carbon monoxide indicator in the cockpit, which I've got a new one inside there, and it will let you know if you're getting too much carbon monoxide inside. And that is a classic example why. We went flying, we didn't know, we smelt a little bit more fumes. It was a warm day, so we had the vents on, blowing out the maximum cool air, so we didn't really smell it as bad as we could. Parts here to replace it. We got a brand new muffler. It didn't really need the exhaust stack, but mine looked pretty poor, so I got a new one and a brand new heat muff. I got these from Parts Exchange. They were able to get the stuff to me real quickly. So today I just wanted to share my story, and I'll take a video as we go through the process of changing out the muffler system on this Cherokee. Up here, I'm going to get started on the work and show you what I'm going to briefly do to get to the muffler. First I'll take all of the scat hoses off of the shroud, and then next the muffler has exhaust coming on from both sides. So we've got the right side of the muffler, then over here on the left side we have the exhaust stack from the other two cylinders. So what we're probably going to do is I'll come in here and loosen the exhaust right here for this side. One of the stacks is here, and as you can see, it goes up underneath and comes around to the other side of the airplane. So I'll be loosening the two exhaust stacks so that I can get it free and get it out of the way. Then I can loosen the joints on the muffler and be able to pull it out one side or the other. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and pull the scat hoses, and I'm probably going to take this cowling right here and loosen it, fold it back to get a little bit better access, and possibly the same thing on the other side. I may have to completely take the lower half of the cowling off, which is not a real big deal. Anyway, all right, got my handy dandy DeWalt drill with an extension with a screwdriver bit on it, number 2 bit, and I like to keep these things new. This is a brand new one I just put in for the project. One of the dangers of using this tool is you can easily strip the screw out before you can even get off of the trigger. So you always run it in the lowest setting, it's the slowest motor speed. Give me opportunity. You want to make sure you have the tip inserted square and firmly inside the screw head before you squeeze the trigger. Otherwise you get that sound where it's just stripping it out, and it ruins the tip and the screwdriver bit. And really, the first time you motor it and it goes around, it's already ruined both of them. Here we go. One of the things that I don't know if you noticed in one of my earlier when I was showing my work area here, I'm using the wing of the airplane as a tabletop. I got this nice blanket I bought for moving and storage from, I think I got it from Lowe's or Home Depot, one of those places, but makes a real good surface. As long as you be very gentle setting your things down, you won't damage your airplane wing. It's a nice work surface. Just got to protect it all the time though. All right, we've got this released. May have to take a few more screws out. All right, and it's got a little rigidity, so I can get in here with my arms and move it probably enough that I need to. Like I said, if it's not giving me enough room, I'll just take the whole thing off. It's just a few more screws. It's not a real big deal. As you can see, I went ahead and just took the bottom cowling off. That'll give me a much greater access underneath, because I'm going to have to loosen the bolts right up here on the exhaust stack to get it loose so that I can drop it down to pull it apart on both sides. There's a couple of braces in here holding the muffler. This is the muffler stack. Bolts are kind of rusted, so I just put some WD-40 on them, let them sit for a few minutes. Got to loosen up all these bolts. And once I get the stack loose on both sides, right up in there, we have the bolts for the exhaust stack. And this is a crossover. It goes over to the other side as well. Then I'll be able to come over here and back this portion away from the muffler and get it out of there. I've got all the scat hose disconnected, and we're just about ready to make this thing happen. Hello, we're back. Probably watched the time lapse of me taking the muffler off the airplane. Wanted to share something with you. Once we got the muffler off, if you notice on the clamp, this clamp goes on this side, and there's an identical clamp on the other side. These clamps have anti-rotation pins that are installed in the clamp. So as you can see on the old muffler, right here, there's a hole for this pin to go through. So it not only goes through the muffler, but it also goes through the exhaust stack on the left side. And then there's the same thing on the right side. So as you can see in the new exhaust stack, they haven't located that hole for me yet. But so what I'll have to do is I'll have to locate the hole and drill it before I can install the muffler. There you have it. Got the complete installation done. Brand new muffler, brand new shroud is all installed. Scat hoses are all hooked back up. New exhaust stack is on. Looks real good. Nice and secure. It'll be years and years and years. The old Fighting Cherokee can stay in the air. Hopefully it'll be like a Volkswagen here soon. Just runs and runs and runs. Getting a few things fixed. The airplane's been sitting for a long time, and when I acquired it, it's got a low time airframe, low time engine. Only had 50 hours since overhaul, but it's been sitting for a few years, so we're looking at it. A few things are giving us some trouble, but anyway, we're getting there. All I got to do is finish putting the bottom cowling back on, which is very simple. It's a no-brainer situation. But the main thing I wanted to emphasize today is just how critical it is. The muffler underneath the shroud can be leaking exhaust, and the air that comes into the shroud, I'll explain it. Air comes right in the front of the motor right here, goes out the back through this hose and pressurizes this shroud. Then the air is trapped. It can only go out through these two tubes or out through the scat hose on the other side, which has the vent valve for the cabin heat. Right now it's in the exhaust, so all the air is coming out and going overboard. But when we pull the cabin heat valve inside, it closes and all the air goes inside. So, reiterating, if there's a leak in your exhaust, it goes straight into the cockpit, and you have got to have carbon monoxide indicator or to let you know that you're getting carbon monoxide in the cockpit. If you smell it, it's probably coming in, so you should have a mechanic check it out. Thanks for watching, and hoping it was informative for you.